this was tough right now. I had some technical difficulties here, so I'm sorry. I'm just trying some new stuff here, and that's why I took so long here. It's the first time that I'm streaming on YouTube and on Twitch as well. So I'm sorry for the super delayed action and for all these difficulties that I had. Well, I'm back on streams. As you can see, I'm trading a demo account, a practice account here. Honestly, this stream is all about transparency, right? So I have to admit that I'm not proud of my last couple of days trading the combines. I didn't follow my rules, and due to that, I honestly blew one of the accounts. So I didn't blew it. I just didn't respect the maximum drawdown limit. So I hope that as soon as I come back to combine trading, I will be better with taking responsible actions and honestly taking responsible trades as well. So right now I'm trading demo. This is full transparency, no fluff, no nothing. This is a hard job, so we might treat this as a hard job as it is. So I'm sorry for my silence, but I'm just putting my things together here, just to be easier to acknowledge everything that I will have to say. Well, market just opened, 9:30 open. We still have 10 a.m. news. This might be the first presented for value gap, as you can see here. I will mark this out right now, but we'll have to wait a bit more just to see if this gets respected or not. Well, since we have relative equal lows here at the top of this shaded area, which is a NWOG, and since since London is usually a manipulation, I guess we will go to this first draw, which is Asia highs, and then eventually go towards these relative equal highs here as well. I might be trading demo, but these are real calls, and I'm tape reading a real market in real time. So if you want to take advantage of it, feel free, but this is not financial advice, I must say. Okay, so price just came from this 15-minute for value gap, dropped down, retested it, and it seems like it's expanding to the upside right now. Honestly, I'm expecting these relative equal highs here on top, and eventually we will wait for 10 a.m. news. We will probably see price go through these highs until 10 a.m. So this might be a fast move to the upside, and then eventually we will have to see, and we will have to wait and see what price wants to do next. So we have to give it some time after hitting relative equal highs here. So far, the first draw is already in place, so we already purged these highs here, which are Asia highs. This buy side liquidity, in form of Asia highs. So let's see if price can continue this upside move and eventually purge these relative equal highs here at the top. So for those who are intending to get into long positions, I would wait for some kind of a retrace to the first presented fair value gap. I don't know if we will have it, honestly, but it might be the safest option here, because right now we are in the midpoint of the NWOG. Price can eventually suffer some kind of a retrace, or it can push to the upside. But usually, when price hits some kind of midpoint of these NWOGs, price usually retraces to the downside. So we will have to wait and see if price really wants to keep grinding higher, or if we will have some kind of downside move. I just forgot to put 8:30 open here as well. So 8:30 open. Price right now is in a premium, as you can see. We are above midnight open, 8:30 open, and 9:30 open as well. But honestly, I'm still expecting a move to the upside. Not expecting much downside, honestly. There we go. Price is pushing higher here. So far we have no chance to interact with the market. There is no rational. There's not a rational entry, honestly. We could eventually enter a trade here, but there's nothing here that provides us a safe entry without a chance of a hard retrace. So despite knowing where price wants to go, sometimes there is no opportunity to enter a trade. So we just have to wait. We just have to see and watch price move to its draw, which I believe it's these relative equal highs here. Well, the 4-hour candle is almost reaching its end as well. It will close in about 11 minutes. So I will not interact with the market before another 4-hour candle move starts. Adding to that, we have 10 a.m. news as well. So it is acceptable that we will have to wait for some kind of movement after 10 a.m. Well, so far, price is still pushing to the upside here. There's nothing we can do right now. We still have to wait here. But so far our first target is hit here. We just hit buy side liquidity and Asia highs. Price broke through the midpoint of the annual, retraced back to it, and now is pushing once again, probably trying to hit this buy side as well, and eventually these relative equal highs that we can see here, these right here. Well, as you can see, if you do something like this, we can see that Asia just, okay, this was some kind of a downtrend, but we had this consolidation box here, and Asia just continue its consolidation. Then we had the manipulation here in London, and just let me mark this out, and eventually we will have the expansion, which can go right at the top. This is the low-hanging fruit, these relative equal highs here, because we have another target here above these relative equal highs. So this is real buy side liquidity. Here are the real stops, which we can eventually trigger. I don't know. I'm not sure if we will hit this. Today, because it's a good stretch to the upside. Just let me see. It's a 60 handle move, so 1.2%, but taking into account that ES has been moving quite a lot lately, we might see it. I'm not sure, but we might see it. And as you can see, we are hitting buy side liquidity as well here, almost hitting it. There we go. So for now, there is only these relative equal highs left. We still have some minutes before the 10 a.m. news. And 10 a.m. news can eventually give us a push to the upside, or can eventually give us a retrace to the downside, following the next upside move. So the initial plan was to wait for 10 a.m. news, because it's 10 a.m. It's inside 10 a.m. It's inside the macro as well. So we have a macro here. I thought I had we have the 9:50 to 10 a.m. macro as well. Just let me save this. Thought I had this saved, but eventually I didn't. So let me just mark the 10 a.m. macro. Well, this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite macros in play, because this can eventually be a continuation to the upside or eventually a retrace. We have another macro here, and as you can see, price usually tends to behave from macro to macro. So price usually starts its move in a macro and ends it in the next one. So this is usually the type of behavior that price has. So as you can see here, price just started a macro move here at 850 to the upside, and eventually it will end between this next macro, and this macro can eventually give us a retrace to the downside or eventually a continuation to the upside. So I'm waiting for what the market wants to do as soon as it reaches these relative equal highs. But as you can see, price was here, and I was expecting a move to the upside, taking relative equal highs, and here we are, almost hitting it. So the narrative that I mentioned is being in place, is running. So I'm just curious to see what price will do as soon as we hit relative equal highs with 10 a.m. news. This is what I want to see, honestly. So nice stretch to the upside since 8:30 open. So price opened here, we consolidated a bit here, generating some liquidity right at 9:30. Yeah, 9:30 took out the liquidity formed here with this consolidation, and as soon as liquidity was taken, we moved to the upside with a fast move. So we still have 2 minutes for news. I said at the beginning of the stream that we will eventually hit relative equal highs before 10 a.m. news, and seems like we are, or we will do it. So everything is running inside of what we expected. No surprises yet. But yeah, sometimes the market can surprise us with strange moves and some strange things. But honestly, this day that don't seem like we will be, or we will get surprised. So 10 a.m. news. So far, no reaction from price. Let's see. So let me see, this is previous day high, right? Yeah. Relative equal low highs as previous day high. We might visit this area, but I'm expecting some kind of retrace before entering anything, honestly. So the macro is in place. We hit relative equal highs right at 10 a.m. Price is still grinding to the upside. No pauses, no nothing, no retraces, no, just grinding to the upside. On the 15-minute, we have a big fair value gap, and the 4-hour just started the 4-hour candle. The 4-hour candle just took the previous high. So let's see if we have some kind of deep retrace here, or if we continue to the upside. But at this point, I believe that we will continue to the upside. It makes no sense to price this place to the downside and eventually try to go to the downside. But since we still have previous day high and these relative equal highs to take out, but we will see. We are reaching the top of the analog as well. So if price continues this movement to the upside, it will be kind of hard to interact with it. But we will see. So far we have a big fair value gap here. So these are all fair value gaps. These are I can say that it is like a triple fair value gap. When we have all these fair value gaps followed one by one, I usually just take a big one and assume that this is a double or a triple fair value gap. So the 4-hour high has been taken, so the liquidity has been swept. So let's see if price will respect this fair value gap, or if we come down a little bit to retrace and eventually get a short position. Yeah, but so far price is inside the bullish fair value gap here. Notice that we are inside the macro, so something may probably happen. But when price is just grinding to the upside, I usually, if I'm not inside of a long in the first minutes of this grind, I usually don't interact with this type of this type of price action because yeah, price can retrace it at any point right now, since we have a big leg to the upside. So I prefer eventually to wait for something and watch price do its own thing. I don't mind if I don't get in. I just don't mind. But honestly, price is right now is in a deep premium, since it is above 9:30 open, above midnight open, above 8:30 open, above London highs, above Asia highs. So it's kind of a risky play to play some longs here. I would rather wait for something like a retracement or something like that. Yeah, price respected this fair value gap, because as you can see, price is getting some kind of a slowdown movement here. It might displace to the upside. I can't deny it, but just like I said before, I'm not comfortable taking longs here, honestly. I know that we have previous day high here, and we might eventually take this out. But so far, these relative equal highs were the first target, and it was top notch, honestly. The narrative played very well, just like we expected, just like I anticipated. But yeah, 10 a.m. news didn't do anything. We are just above the highs of the last 4-hour candle. We are digging. We are digging, not digging. We are grinding to the upside. And let's see if price still has strength to go to the upside, or if we will face some kind of a retrace. But because at this point there's a lot of people making money, as you can see, since 8:30, those who longed at 8:30 are still making money. So eventually we will have to punish everybody that is making money at some point. Usually when we don't see anything happen at 10 a.m., we might see it 11, when price starts to lose some momentum, starts to lose some speed, and eventually retraces back, punishing everybody who tried to buy here and long eventually on these fair value gaps here on the upside. So price reached right and stopped right at the top of this shaded area, which is a canal. So it is now displacing. Let's see if we can eventually disrespect this swing low here. If price can disrespect this swing low, it might probably start some kind of a retrace. So for those who are watching, I'm streaming here on YouTube and on Twitch as well. So for those who don't like YouTube, you can watch me on Twitch. For those who don't like Twitch, you can watch me on YouTube as well. I eventually may start to post something on other socials like Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, feel free to follow me as well. It will eventually help. It will eventually help gathering some more people into these streams and eventually get some type of a community just to discuss some trading strategies or some other things, you know. Yeah, price kind of stopped here. It is too soon to short here. I need to see something more from price. I will have to demand something more from price. Just let me take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, we stopped right at the 1 hour for value gap, a bearish one, and at a 15-minute fair value gap as well, a bearish one. So this might be, there should be an order block here as well. Yeah, so this might be the order block that we are looking for. Price is above it, or is trying to get above it. This order block here, and eventually this one. This one is the trickiest one. So price might eventually try to get above it. And if it doesn't, we might face a retrace to the downside. See why I didn't take any long here. Was expecting price to slow down after this 10 a.m. 9:50 to 10 a.m. Macro. Price is ranging for about 15 minutes now, so it might continue to the upside. I don't mind if it does, but honestly, taking a long here, it's kind of risky. Yeah, so far we are still waiting any type of movement here. Price is just generating a liquidity. So far, it can eventually continue to the upside, but I would like to see some kind of a retrace. Yeah, nothing. I didn't open anything. I'm just waiting. Just waiting for price to confirm anything. Yeah, price is doing another high here. Let me just check NQ, what NQ is doing here. Yeah, another displacement to the upside. As you can see here, this is another thing that usually price does. It might be tricky, which is a 3 drives pattern. Whenever price gives you 1, 2, and eventually 3 tops, imagine that price now comes back to this range. It might be tricky because we might see something like this. But yeah, the main draw, honestly, the main draw is here. So we might eventually get a clean run to the upside and a continuation to the upside. We will have to wait and see. If we look at the 15-minute bearish fair value gap, that is, we are right at the top of it. We are testing the top of it. No trade so far. Price is just digging higher, and I'm not comfortable with these types of environment, honestly. When price is just digging to the upside, digging. If I can interact it in the initial move, imagine that I would long here or here. Yeah, then I might eventually trail my stop to the upside. But taking a long here is kind of tricky. But yeah, remember that in the beginning of the stream, I said that we could eventually go for previous day high, relative equal highs here, since we had this consolidation. London just manipulated to the downside, and then we might eventually see a expansion to the upside. The only thing that I would demand from the market was eventually a deeper retrace, because honestly these are not ideal retraces here. A one candle move, it's not ideal. But yeah, sometimes we, as traders, we just see the market and watch the market and see it move to our target without taking anything, because the setup is just it's not present. It doesn't present itself. So if it doesn't present itself, you just have to watch it, and you have to be disciplined to accept it. And despite knowing where the market goes and what it wants to do, if you don't see anything that might trigger your entry, your setup, or your strategy, or yeah, you name it, you just have to watch it and be content with it, because in the end you were right and you didn't lost money, so that's a win-win. You didn't earn anything, you didn't make money, but you gained some confidence and some trust in your capacity to formulate some kind of a narrative price. Yeah, so price is still grinding slowly to the upside. honestly not giving us any chance to interact with it. You just have to accept it. I really knew that, and I was right with the narrative and with the bias and everything, but yeah, I didn't feel comfortable taking a long year, because eventually we could retrace. We will price was inside of a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. It was also inside of a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. It's always kind of tricky to interact with price whenever it does something like that. Yeah, I was just watching the 3-minute chart. Sometimes it is a bit clearer, but yeah, just green candles. It's impossible to interact with the market when you have a one-sided move full of a single color candle. It's kind of hard. Yeah, sometimes these movements can be very frustrating, especially for traders who are not used to take their hands out of the trigger and just watch price move. It's kind of frustrating because right now we have since the open, we have a 60 handle move. We were not able to participate on it, so it's kind of frustrating for some, but honestly, as a trader, you just have to be content with it. You just have to be content and be comfortable with knowing that despite everything, you were right. You knew that buy side liquidity, relative equal highs, and eventually previous day high were in place as a narrative. The only thing that is left here is a clear purge of sell side here, which we don't have. The only sell side that was purged. Let me just check. No sell side here. No purge of sell side, so there is no entry for us. Sometimes it happens. As you can see, there is no purge of sell side here as well. Nothing. So there is nothing that can trigger a trade here, despite knowing that we would eventually go to the upside. Another candle to the upside here, another small displacement. And price is just moving to the upside. At this point, it will probably attack previous day high directly without any type of retracement, honestly. Still grinding higher here, leaving for value gaps behind, bullish ones, not even retracing to some, which really shows us that price is strong right now. It has a strong momentum. As you can see here, price did not came back to this fair value gap. It did not come back to this fair value gap as well. So these are all bullish PD arrays that are indicating us that price is primed to the upside. Just a nice run to the upside here, honestly. And we will eventually take previous day high, as I said before, in a one take only. Yeah, so far we have these eyes here, these right here, and then previous day high. So we are almost there. Yo, what's up? ASSWW. use CRT model. No, I actually use I actually use ICT concepts. CRT. I know that there's a lot of people using CRT, but I usually don't try CRT. I don't feel comfortable using CRT. I know there's a lot of people, especially on X, teaching CRT, but I'm not specialist on CRT, honestly. Do you use it? Are you profitable with CRT, or are you just trying it, or are you back testing it? Do you use it on your daily basis trading? Yeah, I know. I remember there's a guy on X that just use CRT. I'm just trying to remember the name. What's his name? I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, but I can't remember him, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. Well, so far we are approaching 11. So usually at 11, price starts to slow down. Eventually, it will. It can slow down. Eventually, it can consolidate, or it can eventually do some kind of a retrace as well. So there is some time left here. Let's see, 10:50 to 11:10. We have the next macro. So 10:50 to 11:10. We might build something here. As you can see, in between 9:50 to 10:10, price just build liquidity to continue its way to the upside. It was building liquidity. It was building buy side liquidity here, just to be taken out, because a lot of people tried to short here. I would say that we were at the top of the N walk, right at 9:50. So retail just tried to, okay, it's time to short. It will eventually not go to the upside, or still go to the upside. and eventually we will try some shorts here, generating buy side liquidity, and as soon as 10-10 hits, we started to move to the upside in a continuation form. So as I was saying, macros can eventually be a continuation type of movement, or eventually a inversion type of movement. So I'm expecting here at 10.50, it might be a continuation type of movement. We might generate some more liquidity just to take previous day high, but once again, we will have to wait. And so far whoa. There we go. Price just did some kind of a retrace, a 10 handle retrace. On the 1 hour, we just hit a rejection block. And so far we have a breaker. As you can see, this high, another high, and then we broke below this swing low here. So this can eventually drive price to the downside since we are approaching 11. We kind of inverted this fair value gap as well. So we might target these lows here. Just let me check here. So 6. Let me just see if we get a retrace to the upside. There we go. This is our first try here. So here we have the breaker. The bearish breaker. I'll just open the position right at the, just some ticks below the breaker. Let's see, I would like to see this for value gap not holding. I would like to see it get inverted. So far, price is trying to invert this fair value gap. So price is inverted this the fair value gap here. So on the 1 hour, price just hit the rejection block, started a bearish movement. So this is the fair value gap that was inverted. We still have this bearish one here, which I would not like to see get crossed out to the upside. Yeah, this is what I would not like to see. We have this order block here, this small green candle. Let's see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, we might probably continue to the upside. So price came and retested the breaker. So what I would like to see now is some kind of a displacement to the downside. I would not like to see the breaker get inverted, otherwise that would not be good. So the macro is in place. We are at 10:51 right now. Yeah, this is the type of action that I usually don't like it, when price is retracing back to the PD array that is supposed to protect our position. But so far, the PD array is holding. This breaker is holding here. Not how I would like to see it holding, but it is holding. There we go. Now I would like to see this candle close right at this point. I would not like to see it retrace back to the upside, honestly. And that's why I will probably put my stop at break even at this point to protect myself. Otherwise, if price retraces back to the top of this candle, it's not good. Well, at this point, I would like to see another stretch to the downside here, eventually taking these lows here, because we have relative equal lows. If I get stopped out here, it's good. I don't mind. It's better to get stopped out at break even than taking a loss. See how price is not working with us on its downside movement. Yeah, retracing back to the breaker. And why is it happening? Because we still have previous day high. Like, this is not a clean purge of liquidity here. We still have some highs as well, so this was just a try, and it didn't work. It was expectable eventually not to work, because we still have some liquidity here to take out, and we need to take out this liquidity before a big retracement comes into place. So as you can see, prices trying to reach for it, and since we already took some liquidity, some sell side liquidity, we are inverting the breaker. We are respecting this fair value gap here. We inverted this bearish fair value gap here, so eventually this may take us to previous day high. Let's just see if we get a retrace back to that fair value gap. There we go. So let's see if we will have a clean run to the upside. We still have the macro hour as well, or if we start some type of a consolidation here. Would not like to see a consolidation, honestly. Yeah, at this point, I would like to see some kind of a. It is acceptable to price retrace back to this for value gap here eventually, but I would like to see some kind of a displacement to the upside. So far we are prices respecting the inversion of this breaker. So at this point, price should be primed to move to the upside. If it doesn't, it will probably continue in a consolidation way, in a consolidation mode. Because that's usually what happens at 11, some type of a consolidation. But yeah, let's see if price can go to the upside here. Or if it wants to consolidate. If we take a simple measure of OTE levels here, let me just check these OTE, not this way. Let me just check these OTE levels here. Yeah, price stopped right at the 0.7 OTE level, so it is still respecting bearish order flow from this bearish leg here. But I want to see it disrespect OTE levels and push higher. It is taking some time, honestly. Well, let's see. Yeah, not liking how price is trying to get above this breaker here, the inversion of this breaker. Seems like it wants to disrespect this this bullish fair value gap here. And no momentum was pushed here, so price just respected this bearish fair value gap here. yeah, no bullish momentum here. We might have to take out this position here, because I don't see anything that's bullish right now. Price is invading the bullish fair value gap, and it's not reacting to it. Yeah, we got some kind of a reaction here. Yeah, but as you can see, price just showed us that it's weaker now, and we were kind of expecting it, right? So price just took a deep dive into this bullish fair value gap here. This plays to the upside. I would like to see this placement being respected. I'm sorry about my camera, but sometimes it goes off. I don't know why. But I'm back. So at this point, price should move to the upside, taking previous day high. Notice how the shorts didn't work here. We did not respect the breaker, the bearish breaker. Price inverted the bearish breaker, and due to that, I inverted my position, because I still believe that we will have to face previous day high. It might not give us right now previous day high, because we are right at the end of the macro, but eventually it will play out. So price is losing some momentum. Yeah, we anticipated that at 11 we might face some kind of a slowdown on price. Usually when I'm trading some type of a combine or some accounts with real money, I usually don't play this macro, the 1050 to 1110, because I usually stop trading at 11. But since we are just demoing and we are just testing, and I think we can give it a try and give it a shot to our drawn liquidity. But yes, I usually tend to end my trading at 11, maximum 11:30. I usually don't play lunch hour or New York PM session. those are sessions that I'm not used to play, so that's why I don't try to mess with those. I'm just used to New York AM session, especially the 950 to 1010 macro. Usually it gives us a nice run to the upside. The 950 to 1010, today is 950 to 1010, was some kind of a liquidity. It was kind of a okay. The macro just generated more liquidity here, some buy side liquidity. Note how probably a lot of people try to short here with this candle, eventually with this one, because we stopped right at the end of walk, price just displaced, and I can see a lot of traders. We have taken relative equal highs, and I can see a lot of traders trying to short here. So a lot of buy side liquidity was generated here with the stop placement, and that's why as soon as we ended the macro, the price just boomed to the upside. So I can see the logic behind it, honestly. Yeah, price having a hard time to displace to the upside, honestly. Let's see if it does here at the end of the macro. Since we are at 11, I will probably take the majority of the trade out here at these highs, because we might face a comeback to this range, and I'm not allowing price to do it with my full position. If it wants to go higher, then that's good. If not, I'm just protected and took my partials already. So yeah, but so far a nice displacement to the upside. So we will probably continue. And we are almost reaching the end of the stream as well. So for those who are watching, just give me a like on my stream. Follow me on my socials as well. I might start to take some more activity on my socials, and the engagement should start with your likes and your follows. So feel free to subscribe and to follow and to like. It helps a lot. It helps with the algorithm as well. So the big intention of these live streams are, first of all, being transparent. As you can see, I'm trading demo and I'm announcing it on the title. I'm not saying, oh, this is real money, or this is that, or this is this. No, transparency is the main priority on the streams, and I'm doing it for self-commitment, honestly. And honestly, I think the second intention is to help you guys as well, because I feel good when I help people and when I try to teach something. But yeah, my main goal is to be committed with the markets and to pass some funded accounts as well. I'm not writing a combine or an evaluation right now because I still think that I still have a lot to I still have a lot to work with and to work on with I struggle with some discipline matters, so that's why I'm not trading a combine or an evaluation. I have to improve some of the things that I've done, especially with revenge trading, not respecting my risk. Those things have to be in place in order to trade, to go back to the combines. But yeah, I'm proud of myself today. As you can see, I'm not sure if you're here from the beginning of the stream or not, but I said that this relative equal high and this buy side liquidity were the low hanging fruits. I mean, these were the obvious draw on liquidity, and then eventually we could face previous day high, which we eventually go for. So the narrative was in place, and was, I would say, top notch. So yeah. So if you are watching the stream, I used to stream only on YouTube, but I'm on Twitch as well for those who like Twitch. Follow me on both socials. At some point, I will probably do some type of content on Twitch and another type of content on YouTube. So far, I'm just streaming, and you can follow me on my socials as well. I will start to post some market analysis. Probably will, and I will probably put it on Instagram. My draw on liquidity as soon as the market opens. What I want to see as my draw on liquidity for the session, for the New York AM session. So if you're interested, you might follow me on Instagram, and on TikTok I will probably do a resume of my trades and post them as well. But yeah, feel free to follow me on my socials, and to give a like here on YouTube, and to do whatever you want to do on Twitch as well. Well, Twitch, it's a new thing for me, honestly. I'm just getting used to it. So I'm just figuring things out. I'm not used to Twitch, but I guess time will make things better. Yeah, for those who don't know, and for those who are watching me for the first time, I'm from Portugal. That's why my English is not, as you can see, I'm not a perfect American talker or a British one. Yeah, I'm from Portugal. My main languages and my mother language is Portuguese, but I can talk some English as well. So right now price is retracing once again to this fair value gap. Let's see if this fair value gap holds. Notice how price just lost some momentum here, which is quite expectable at 11, especially post 11. Price may eventually come back to the range. That's why I took the majority of my profits here, my partials here, not allowing price to come back to the range, taking some of my profits. We have an order block here. Let's see if price holds here with this order block, or if it wants to really come back to the range and consolidate a bit more. Yeah, so far the order block was here, just one. The order block is being respected. It is permissible for price to dig a little bit deeper into the order block. It is permissible. This one, the last one. Yeah. So it is permissible for price to dig into the order block, but honestly, I have my stop right below the order block, so I might get stopped out if price wants to come a bit lower, but that's fine. I took my partials already. I'm fine with it. But yeah, as you can see, 950 to 1010 still is my my to-go macro, honestly, because it is a 2-in-1. It plays the first macro right after the New York AM opening bell, and it is the macro that represents the change of the 4-hour candle as well. So that's why I like to play this one. Today I was not permitted to play it because price could eventually go for a retrace, because we had relative equal highs and buy side, and the low hanging fruit was already targeted. So that's why I didn't play this one and decided to wait for the next one. The next one played us a bit here, but it really was a liquidity grab here. But I was expecting something like that. That's why I prematurely protected myself and that's why I saw that as soon as we started to display to the upside, I saw, okay, this is just a liquidity grab, a liquidity purge, whatever you want to call it, and we will continue to the upside. So as you can see, prices retracing once again. I will get stopped out probably at this point. The wick is doing some damage here. We still have this fair value gap here as well, but at this point I think I will get stopped out, and it will eventually end the stream as well. Let's give it some more time here. Price is still working inside the order block. But as you can see, this fair value gap got inverted. We have a bearish one here as well, and well, we might be rearranging things for the lunch hour, which usually is a hunt on stops. So it will start to hunt my stop, and eventually those who are long here, and eventually down here too. So got stopped out here in profit at break even, but took my profits, and we as traders should be should know how to be content with enough. So honestly, this was a tough day. This was a tough day because your patience was really tested here, watching this move to the upside without doing anything, just watching it go to the upside. But yeah, and at this point I think I will end the stream, just to say that the next couple of days I will eventually be streaming on a demo account, just to remind myself that I need to be a bit more committed with my rules and my risk, in order to not violate any combined accounts or funded accounts or even real accounts. So as soon as I start to feel good once again, my return to the combines, especially the combines, at top step. But until there, I will stay with the demo account. I will be tape reading price action like I did today. I hope that you get something out of it. I really hope that. I really hope that you've learned something from it, and I wish that you could learn something besides seeing just price action and guys taking some trades without any type of explanation. So I think that's it for today. Thank you all for being there. It was a pleasure. Once again, give me a like, hit the like button if you really like the stream, which is a relaxed one, I think. Give it a follow on both platforms if you want, and can say it, and I think I can say see you tomorrow. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you.